Hey guys, how are you doing?
Well, hello. Hey,
Yeah, how are
it's
you
me
doing?
again. I am doing adequately, apparently.
You're
Okay.
doing fine, Imperial Bishop.
He's almost okay.
I'd say about fine, almost okay.
And you, B-Dubs?
I'm alright.
And Juicy Cola?
Doing good.
He's actually horrible. Don't listen to him. He's not doing okay at all.
I'm hiding it.
He's a
We
brave
have
soul.
We have such exciting lives.
This is how we choose to... This is our regular Tuesday night. Aren't we exciting?
Yay.
Huzzah.
So, let's move into news. We
You
lost
didn't-
it.
You didn't even introduce the episode.
We didn't do the episode. Oh yeah,
It's
we didn't do
gonna
that.
be in the title.
Okay. You usually go, this is episode blah 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 blah. But I'm just throwing it out
Yeah,
there.
no, that usually does happen.
People don't count anymore.
Well, I mean, unless he's got it pre-recorded.
This is episode whatever the fuck.
Who cares? I can't be bothered. Screw all of you.
Do you have eyes? Can you read? There it is.
No.
Reading is hard. That's why there's no subtitles on Toonami.
Reading is hard. That's why we frequent an internet forum composed entirely of text that you read.
And
dare
funny
you.
images.
Read. Quote unquote. Read.
Anyway, news this week. We lost an hour. We lost half an hour.
We did.
No.
Well, I mean, Toonami lost an hour too, so it's like no, not Toonami. Adult Swim.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
an Adult Swim contraction, and they needed that 11:30 time slot for I guess another
Family
episode
Guy.
of Family Guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. They got to put the Family Guy in there. I mean, is it pulling as big a number as Dragon Ball Z is though? Probably
Usually
bigger.
it pulls a lot bigger.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I think it's been down for the past few weeks.
That wouldn't shock me.
Really close. But it sucks. We have to stay up another extra hour, or
Well, I mean,
you
it's
guys
that.
to skip One Piece again.
No, I mean, you can stay up. You can miss half an hour at the very end to stay for Parasite.
Well, this will be your
Yeah.
last chance to do that because Parasite is going to get a triple play this weekend.
Oh, damn
Yay!
it.
The 3 final episodes of Parasite back to back
at
to
once?
back.
Why are
Yes.
they doing that?
Because
They have to.
yeah, their rights ran out this week, and they didn't play
Sentai's
enough
like-
of it.
Oh, that's just a dick move.
Sentai said, "Oh wait, you're not playing any more of our shows? Oh yeah, rights are done."
These nuts.
It was
No.
a schedule
Cool.
thing.
No, that deal was undoubtedly that was set the second they got it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would think they'd make sure that these deals went through so that they could play the show the whole way through a second time if they wanted to.
Well,
know?
they probably don't,
It's probably not. It's probably
marathons.
not that way.
Yeah.
They probably had a plan to have it end on a certain date, and then something happened, and they didn't,
They probably sign year-long contracts,
That makes
And then
sense.
check it.
and then
Oh wait.
We done screwed
Parasite's
up.
ending soon. Oh, we forgot. Okay. We're gonna finish the last 3 episodes. Forget King of the Hill and Cleveland Show.
So wait, they're extending Toonami this week?
Yes. Just
Oh,
for
I
this
thought-
week.
And here I thought they might be cutting into One Piece and Naruto. I was like, God damn it.
Oh, no. They're just making it longer, which is cool.
We finally got another Toonami extension for 1 week.
And it's the worst episodes of the show.
and we spent it on the worst ending of 2016. It is.
Really, this whole thing could have ended if they had brought the goddamn flamethrower. Like, you're up against, like, shape-shifting aliens, and the guy, you were like, how do we beat them? He's like, flamethrower? And you don't
Certainly
bring
the
it.
thing was already out in the 1980s.
Yeah.
I'm still baffled that they kept mentioning the flamethrower, but it never came into the story once.
Seriously. How does that happen? you can't mention, like, you can't, like, just get an aerosol can in a match or something. You know, I mean,
It's like
It's probably because they don't want to paint Shinichi out to be some kind of killer, but not that I would care. But
he straight up killed how many guys at this point?
yeah,
Oh man, McReady, what a terrible person, flamethrowing all those things.
Yeah, seriously.
it's the opposite of a Chekhov's gun.
It's you expect it to come, and then they just wuss out at the very end. They're like, "No, we can't even get like an aerosol can or nothing, or set a garbage dump on
but
fire."
instead they just kill a bunch of innocent people.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And if Shinichi had just told Marino, "Hey, my mom died. I need some space,"
He could have avoided
so
a
many
lot.
lives would have been saved. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I mean, really, they could have fixed a lot. Like, he could have solved a lot of his issues had he thought it through a little harder.
Well, we've only got one more week of the wonder of Parasite, and then what do you guys
Nobody
think?
knows.
What's going to be the filling in that slot?
When
They
does
can't-
One Punch Man end?
Would
Yeah.
they start One Punch Man and they would have it in the rerun slot while it's still airing?
Well, I mean, it would just be a one episode sort of, thing.
Or are they going to double up on DBZ Kai?
Or Space Dandy Season 2.
God, we
Here's
can
one
only dream.
episode of Space Dandy Season 2, fuck you.
Well, no, I mean, they have enough time where they can play it through, because if One Punch Man is a year-long contract, it's only been 12 weeks, it's 3 months. They can play another 3-month series and then do One Punch Man and still have 3 months left.
Okay, sure. Please be Space Dandy Season 2.
It's not happening.
Hang on. What the hell is this? Okay.
What?
Oh man, what happened?
No, it was... I'm watching my brother's dog, and she came into my room randomly and stole my socks.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
See, Kohler, keep this in.
You got it.
Let me take the socks.
I'm gonna just steal your socks. I'm gonna be right back.
This is still part of the news segment, right? With the socks.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Okay.
So-
Breaking news! B-Dubs' socks have been stolen by his dog.
There's a
This is
bounty
true.
out for this dog. Got the
Nobody
Space
can
socks.
stop her.
We got bounty hunters on Space Dandy, so there you go.
Yes,
Ah,
it's like
No, but it
Inception.
will probably just be, One Punch Man. Or
Yeah, they'll probably
two
just
two
Yeah.
DBZ Kais.
for a week.
I hope they don't do the 2 Kai thing. That doesn't sound
I
as
don't like that. Well, I mean, it could be it would be a bonus too, because if they're trying to get through it faster so they can get to Boo,
no.
which is like the worst kept secret in the history of everything.
Did you like that
and they're,
sentence?
they're totally not dubbing Super, guys. Totally not.
I know.
That sentence, when said out loud, is like they're trying to get to Boo faster.
Why would you want that?
I swear, man, this is worse than Bandai Namco and Digimon World Next Order, which is not coming to PS Vita, apparently.
No, that's not a thing that's happening, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But
nothing going to
third
Vita
direction.
anymore. I mean, does stuff still get
Because
published
Vita
to
means
Vita?
death.
They announced some new games in Japan like just a week ago.
Why would they do that? Nobody
Well,
has
it's
that
still
thing.
apparently- I think it does well in Japan, but only in Japan.
Well, I mean, handhelds in general do pretty well over there.
Yeah.
My Vita
I think
is
it's pretty
literally
well in Europe.
my Vita is literally a zero escape and Danganronpa machine.
Like, I looked at what was available, and I'm like, there's not enough there for me to justify, spending that much money.
I use it for remote play a lot.
Yes.
But yeah. That seems like to be the only thing they're promoting for the Vita. Hey, you could do remote play on your PS4, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess we'll get a promo for whatever they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Although,
like
I mean, we're only 2 weeks away from JoJo.
Ah,
Or three, excuse me.
boo.
It's weak.
But, we usually got new show promos 2 weeks out.
Yeah. So we should
Oh,
be
yeah.
getting some promos this weekend.
I'm excited.
I can't wait to
Pretty cool.
see this JoJo you guys always talk about.
I can't wait to hear Patrick Size Dio if they're still doing the same dub.
It was me.
I think they are.
T
All
minus
the memes.
Someone needs to figure out how many hours it is for you. Or you can put on like a timer or something.
Doomsday Clock. Countdown to Dio.
5 minutes to midnight.
And apparently it's going to air at 12:30, so right after DBZ Kai. So
I mean,
Yeah.
shocking news.
I never saw that
Right.
coming.
If the ratings drop, I will be so mad. Like, why won't you watch JoJo? You'll watch stupid, dumb Adult Swim shows, but you won't watch JoJo.
I'm
Well,
not
I mean-
too concerned about the JoJo ratings. It's got a pretty well-established fan base here now.
It's got a decent amount of hype at this point.
Has it ever-
it's
Also,
Has it ever shown on American television before?
nope.
Nope.
Well, I
except
mean,
for
they
that
couldn't.
one sci-fi thing.
Well, I mean, they literally couldn't like make an anime until now because of all the rights they got wrapped up in it. Because the writer's like, I will name everything after rock bands.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Well, do you
Like
guys
Red
know?
Hot Chili Pepper?
Do you guys know if they're keeping all that?
I think they got to change a bunch of them.
No.
Like in parts 1 and 2, they're not too extreme because, like, ironically, a guy will, one of the major characters is literally Robert E.O. Speedwagon,
Yeah.
and they can actually just straight up use that because REO
It's far
Speedwagon
enough
was a
away.
thing before the band, and then
Yeah.
and then in this phase in part 3 he just stops, disguising it, and just calls it.
Like he can't be bothered.
Like a character named after AC/DC will be named ESI-DISI. So it sounds exactly like AC/DC, but it's not.
I think it's pronounced like SCDC or how they pronounce it.
I mean, it's pronounced like
Dub.
AC/DC.
Seems like they could just
Yeah,
get away
Wamu.
with that though, because it's all parody.
No,
No,
I mean that's the
yeah,
thing.
Maybe you
I mean-
could get away with it, but
But
it would cost you a lot of money in court.
Yeah, no, you'd have. I mean, that's the thing. Like, from my understanding of parody law, like, it's not illegal in the slightest. It's just one of those things that's like, they'd have to go through a little bit of effort to, check and make sure this is okay. Like, they'd have to, like, what they should do is sort of reach out to, each of the groups involved and like, hey, let's name something after you. Is that cool? Do we have to change anything? It's a lot of work.
And most of
And
them will
it will-
say no.
It
Well, no,
costs
I
them
mean, I don't think-
it costs them no money to just change the names.
Yeah, and correct, you're right
I
too.
mean, that's the thing.
They'll just
It-
and they can after the fact, then take them to
change it
court.
back.
Well,
Yeah.
they could take them to court, and then they could be like, "Oh no, you lose this court case," but then they're out the money.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And considering that the anime industry is very niche, it's going to
Yeah,
be.
it's not worth
I
it.
assure you that the AC/DC estate has a lot more money than
Oh, yeah.
Viz.
yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I really think the only reason they're doing this is because, like, it's easier to change the name than it is to reach out and then wait and then find out.
Yeah.
Because, like, if they had the time, they would probably just reach out and ask.
Well, what about the end music? You think they reached out for that?
Oh, they had to.
I hope so.
Unless
Well,
they
I mean-
changed the ending like they did with
No.
Space Dead. Oh, no.
No.
That
They-
would
they-
be
I retract that.
that will be
No,
the
no, no,
biggest
no.
Toonami crime of all time,
Well,
and I'm
Yeah.
I think you guys need
fairly
to prep
certain.
yourself. I think you guys need
They-
to prep
they-
yourself for that possibility.
They cannot change Roundabout. They cannot take my prog rock ending away from me.
Oh, they most certainly could. I'm just
No,
saying.
they won't.
I know you guys are passionate about this. I've seen the ending. It's awesome. But
I love prog
I'm
rock.
telling you, you guys talk all this stuff about changing people's names like it's a big deal. And then that music is in the show? Come on.
Well, that music was licensed to appear in the show.
Yeah.
They
I'm
didn't
pretty
just
sure.
in
I'm pretty sure
Japan?
it is
Yeah.
licensed.
It's just a matter of they got to pay the money.
And I'm fairly sure it was on the home video release.
Oh, was it?
Well, I mean, Warner Brothers put that out,
And
so
correct me if I'm
they
wrong.
already
Doesn't
have the
Viz
rights.
also have?
You know?
Okay.
Doesn't Viz also have the broadcast rights for all of the JoJo episodes, including the openings and endings?
They might. I mean, over here, they might not have. Hang on one sec. Yeah, over here they might not have it.
Like if it's on the Blu-ray release, then I guess it's probably not going to be an issue.
Well, I mean, the original release was done by Warner Brothers, and they do own the rights to, Yes, and their stuff. So it's sort of like when the BBC, over in England, they basically own the rights to all the music. So if you're doing a BBC show, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want, because they're just going to pay themselves. So
That's Aston Marco.
Yeah, no, I mean that's basically what it comes down to is. Well, I mean, even then, he might not know whether or not they're
I'm
going to have
fairly
the
sure
rights.
he knows he will get a lot of blowback if Runabout is not there.
I think he knows that, but I just can't. I'm actually being. I don't know what the term is, but I'm just being cautious about it because I can't imagine what's going to happen the night that they air the first episode and that isn't there, and your guys' reaction is going to be.
I'm going to cry.
Legendary.
I don't think it's gonna be. Will it be worse than what happened with Attack on Titan, where they cut the opening and
it'll be a lot.
There's no way it's not worse because this is actually good. Like this is actually good. That was just it's the redeeming part of the series.
I don't know why I put that thought in my head. Now I'm starting to get scared.
So three weeks, and then we'll finally know.
Did the dog inhale helium in the background?
There's a fucking chew
dog
toy.
is a stand, apparently.
I'm sorry.
This huge toy is a stand.
So, episode 25, special guest, B-Dub's dog.
It's a fucking chew toy. I wasn't sure if you could hear it or not, but
And his stand Smash Mouth.
It's penetrating my mind.
I'm still hoping we get All-Star I'm still hoping that they just get All-Star for the final ending for Diamond is Unbreakable because that is literally perfect.
Oh,
I think
God.
they're just going to stick with I Want You for the entire season, maybe.
Kind of looks like they've run out of places to put characters in that ending, though.
A little bit.
I don't know if they added new characters, but okay, we're getting into JoJo spoiler territory. So
Yeah, we got to pull back a little bit. And
We got to talk about the C. Martin Croker
Tribute.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
That was
There we
really nice. I liked it.
And very SD.
Yeah. I like the way they played it off.
yeah.
It was.
I spent most of Saturday just watching old episodes of Space Ghost because pretty much everything's on YouTube at this point.
Oh yeah, because Caboose and a few other YouTubers
Have been putting it up.
uploaded it.
I liked how
Yeah.
they didn't take they made him kind of jerkish. Like he was like, "Yeah, I'm still better than you. I'm the best host." That was kind of nice. I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really sweet the way they did it, dude. They didn't try to rearrange his audio from past recordings to make him sound like he's saying "Hey Tom" or something. It's just the video audio was garbled, so Sarah only got a text, not a message.
Yeah.
I think
to decipher it, so that's pretty cool.
I think I'm going to make it eligible for best promo this year.
It's gonna win.
I mean,
I choked up a little bit.
It kind of made me sad that we don't get weekly custom opens to Toonami like we used to.
well, they played those the fuck out. Every week it was how low can you go with trying to write a new ass-kicking line.
I guess you're right about that, but I do kind of like
They
it when
could stand to change
different.
it every lineup change, though.
Yeah, maybe they should just come up with 5 of them and just rotate them or something.
I mean, that's an option, but it's also is it worth the money?
I don't
I
think
don't
it
know.
would be too much money. I mean,
They could
It's
record
only a few
5 of them in
seconds of dialogue.
10 minutes.
Well, the problem with the is it worth the money thing is that this is a presentation-based block.
Yeah.
And so the answer is literally nothing they do outside of just airing the shows is worth the money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's when I say like, is it worth the money? It's more like, is it worth the time they got to put into it? You know?
Well, in this case, I don't think so.
Yeah.
In this case, I don't think writing one for every single week is at
Oh
all
no,
worth
I
it.
agree.
No, that's not
that
worth
was
it in
money
the
worth
slightest.
saving. I agree, but I also feel like they could have like just had like 3 or 4 in the can that they can just reuse over and over instead of just one.
I wish that would change every lineup change, and that they would get new bumps every lineup change. Because right now they only do
That
it
would
every
be nice.
second change.
Yeah, that would
Well,
work.
I mean,
But,
I know they do new bumps for the each show whenever there's a new arc, or at
Whenever
least a new part of the arc.
no,
well, they don't really do that very often.
Well, no, but I mean, like, if you look at when One Piece and Naruto get their changes, it tends to be around when the new arc is.
I mean no, it's always been when the lineup changes.
Yes, when the lineup changes. They don't really do arc promos anymore.
That's bullshit.
The last time I did it was it the Frieza saga?
No, it was for
One
in
Piece.
New Toonami, it was for Water 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little annoyed they didn't do one for, Gorilla Bark. Because they
Yeah,
could have done a pretty baller one if they wanted to.
yeah.
But I mean, I get why they did the Water 7
the time.
one.
And
Just
I'd
to,
really like them to do some promos for some upcoming arcs.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my gosh, the next One Piece arc is, I've said it a million times, my favorite. I cannot wait.
It's the
That's
perfect
best arc,
it's the perfect combination of the anime still not quite garbage pacing totally yet,
And good animation.
and holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what happens in that arc is
Because
amazing.
shit goes down.
Yeah.
It goes down.
Like,
And
can
how
you
did-
imagine the best show competition next year?
I mean,
That's going to be rough.
without
we-
saying too much, I mean, like, this next arc, like, we've had lots of arcs recently that really don't touch on the overarching story of One Piece. This
This
next
one does.
arc is like a huge dump of
Yeah.
overarching story for One Piece.
Right.
Oh,
Well, I mean, in
Basically, like the
terms of,
story
Like
just
a
suddenly
tip of the
shows back up.
iceberg.
in terms of One Piece, a lot of it is sort of like it
Emphasized.
the overarching stuff doesn't really come up until the end of whatever arc you happen to be in, or like it'll just stay hidden for a couple of years or whatever.
Mhm.
But I mean, this next one, it's like all the way through the thing.
It's a huge
And-
setup for things that are just going to be playing out forever.
Yeah, it's
next, the rest of the series gets set up with this next arc. It's just-
yeah. Well, I mean, this
Spoilers.
next series of arcs.
Yes.
But I mean, it's one of those things also that it's like, it's also the culmination of the entire first half. And the way it's basically set up is it's like One Piece has got the overarching story. Each half has its own story. Then each arc has its own story, and some arcs are actually combined in terms of story.
Well, this wouldn't be a ToonamiGAF podcast if we weren't hinting on One Piece before we even get there. So
Seriously, like
before
every time we do the news.
Before we even get to DBZ.
right.
Like every time we do the
wonder
news,
about
this
that
happens.
Wano place.
But I did.
Oh,
Oh, the new Fishman Island.
I know.
But no, seriously, imagine best show next year.
That's going to be a rough.
Samurai Jack versus JoJo
Oof.
Part 2 versus the stuff that airs in One Piece.
Yeah.
Mob Psycho 100 is definitely gonna air.
And then if you had that, it's like,
Oh, God.
fuck.
Seriously, it's going to be absolutely insane to pick it.
I mean, I wouldn't put any bets on Gundam Season 2 being good
No, it's-
enough. Or
No,
Attack
I mean,
on
it-
Titan Season 2.
No, I know it's coming in Attack on Titan. This next season is going to be pure bullshit.
Yay! So the Hate Watch is gonna be good.
Oh, did you see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Did you see that last chapter?
They made it into the basement, but we have no idea
Yeah.
what they found.
Okay, so C-Kohler, you're probably going to have to spoil this, but I don't think any of you here present care.
I care, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of care too. Don't say
We
anything.
know.
Okay, I can't. It's so dumb.
Wait, did I miss a chapter?
Did you not notice what... never mind. Fuck it.
Maybe I should just take off my earphones and you guys can talk for
No.
the next minute.
Maybe
Nope.
we should move on.
We're going to move
Yeah,
on.
no. Let's move on. I'll go look and see if I missed a chapter because I don't think I did.
We're going to move on to Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Yay!
Oh yeah, that's right. This is Toonami podcast. That's right.
Like I
We
said,
should
we're
do
gonna.
that.
Like I said, we're gonna move on to Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Jesus,
Dragon Ball
I thought
Z
we-
Kai.
When he says that, guys, you have to shut up.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Record scratch sound.
Ring it.
Dragon Ball Z Kai episode.
That wasn't me this time.
Just give him 10 seconds, Imperial. 10 seconds.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you all.
I'm quiet.
I'm good.
Dragon Ball Z Kai episode 87. Mr. Satan takes the stage. The curtain rises on the Cell games. Starring these people.
Oh, yeah. Who are those people?
Nobody
Chopper.
knows.
They just showed up.
Were they led by a woman named Miss Pizza?
I hope so. I'm
I
I
hungry.
swear that's her name.
It sounds like a Toriyama name, so
That
It
voice
sounds
on that woman was something.
I was
liked-
getting like 90s dub
Yeah.
flashbacks.
Yeah.
I like Mr. Satan's voice. I haven't really heard much of him until now, and he sounds like a hillbilly, and it's hilariously stupid.
Honestly, I liked the old
Chris
voice.
Rager, right?
I don't know.
I think his name is Chris Rager. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. I'm gonna get killed by a demon
Chris
right
Rager,
there.
the voice actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think he did Arlong.
Yeah, he did do
Okay,
Arlong.
I know he did Arlong.
Oh, yeah, no, he did Arlong, and that means he did the original Hercule, too.
Yeah, so it's still him.
Yeah.
Arlong, also Mr. Satan.
Yes, it is.
And they're both
Also-
equally as terrible.
Yes. Well, no, Mr. Satan's pretty cool.
Uh,
I mean, not in terms of actually being cool, but in terms of like, oh God, why do we have to deal with this fucker?
He is cool. I don't know why everyone in the Fred was hating on him. He's like, he's
I
so.
mean,
Did you see
cool,
how many?
so entertaining?
Did you see
Yeah.
how many roofing tiles he broke? Come on, the man is cool.
He broke six.
Six.
I think it was six. But it was six.
No, but I mean, like, I actually think he's kind of funny. Not in this arc, of course, but in the next one, in Boot.
Oh,
Near the, like, I think it's a little amusing, at the very least.
I agree. I think he's pretty funny. I mean, like, he's annoying, but I can laugh at him.
And
Yeah.
people don't appreciate this sense of character. The guy who's completely oblivious about his own power and strength, and he's just completely outmatched. He
Got
just
no ability.
shows off and hams up and chews the entire scenery.
I was thoroughly unimpressed.
I hated
You
that
should be.
TV announcer guy even worse. Like, how stupid are you?
Oh, that guy's horrible.
No, he was carrying the show, man. He was like, yeah, he was putting his best
Wrestling
Jim
promos.
Ross, right?
Like when Cell throws Satan into the wall, he's like, "Aw, son of a bitch!"
Can we talk for a moment about how nobody except the president recognizes Goku and Piccolo?
Nobody watched Dragon Ball.
No one watched it.
Even the people in Dragon Ball.
Even
like,
in
no
the
one can't be
universe,
bothered.
nobody watched Dragon Ball.
Son Goku, thank you for saving the Earth. Now we will completely forget about it in the next 10 years.
Sounds about right.
I mean, to be fair though, would you recognize that dope face?
How can you not recognize it?
It might. Well, I mean, have you seen his hair?
Oh, yeah, he's like,
But what about
but his hair-
Piccolo? I mean, who can't not recognize
Well,
Piccolo?
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That's even worse. He's a big green alien.
Well, it turns out there's
Hey,
like
that's-
5 million of them out there, and they all reproduce asexually. So
Well, yeah, no, I know, but they're not on Earth. You'd
He's the
think
only one on
somebody,
Earth.
like, you'd think they'd freak out a little bit. It's like, oh my God, it's the King of Evil, Mr. Piccolo. What
oh
are
man,
you
this shit is
doing?"
real. If Mr. King Piccolo showed up to defend the Earth,
Yeah. Well, it just
I
seems
wonder
like
where Launch is.
nobody watched Dragon Ball.
Toriyama forgets, I guess. Just like
He
his
just
hair.
stopped caring. Like, I'm surprised TN is still a thing.
like I kind of feel like Launch might actually show up in DB Super.
I
Just
think
to
she
be
does
like,
show up for like 30
as a
seconds.
background.
here's Launch.
Isn't she in
I
like the
Launch.
opening? Or the
She might
ending. I think she was in the opening for DV Super. Like, just randomly there.
Why not?
I haven't appeared in Dragon Ball media in literally 30 years.
And here I am now. And now I'm disappearing for 30 more years.
Well, back to the strip club.
Did you guys?
No, she's not a stripper. She's Bonnie
where-
and Clyde, only without Clyde.
Wait, I'm sorry, B-Dubs. What did you say?
Isn't she like Bonnie and Clyde, only in the same body and both female?
I think so.
They never really explained that split personality thing. Or why her hair changes color.
That could have been an interesting story.
Nobody watched Dragon Ball.
Oh.
I mean, they could have made her stronger using that, sort of backstory if they wanted to.
She was
like
the
make her
original Saiyan.
like make her an alien or something.
She's a Saiyan. There you go.
There you
So
go.
she's an android. It would have been cooler. Tied into this saga.
She's a Saiyan android.
But yeah, Hercule saved him, and the dude, he was funny. He was just having a funny time, just eating up the entire scene. Like, this guy had nothing. Don't blow your load too soon. I'm like, whoa, wait, what?
What? No, I mean, like, he's like the best parts of every wrestler that's ever lived.
Well, unfortunately, wrestling blows.
Boo this man. Boo.
You're going to spark an uprising in the thread if you're not careful.
Oh no. Don't let wrestling
Put me on record, C-Cola. This is the episode.
Coming
C-Cola, this is the episode.
Wrestling.
This is the episode title. Wrestling sucks.
Oh
Wrestle
no!
Gap.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
WrestleGap is coming for you, son. They coming.
Description. And you're stupid for liking it.
It's funny too because we use the terms jobber and work all the time, which
That's
are
wrestling.
wrestling terms.
And like Dragon Ball Z is literally like wrestling the anime.
Yeah.
It is.
Look, I can't deny the impact wrestling had on 1990s middle school kids, but
It did.
and nobody else.
Yeah.
Speaking of 90s references, did you guys notice that there's a lot of like pop culture stuff in this dub where they're talking about Pokemans and then they mentioned like they need a DVR or something?
I almost forgot it. Yeah. Well, DVRs, that's not even in the 90s.
That's now.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
mean,
now.
They
But
clearly
I mean,
rewrote
like,
the script.
well, I mean, if the line is like, we need to record this, it's like, DVR is not going away.
Now it's just on everything instead of being a dedicated device.
It's just interesting to me that they upped the script to make it more contemporary for modern times. They use these terms that didn't exist back when the show was made.
Yeah.
I'm like, what year is it?
No, I mean, going forward, it's like they don't want to date the show. So, by sort of bringing it up a little bit, they can ensure that, nobody's going to question anything,
Like,
doesn't it
would you
kind
have
of
preferred
already
it
date the show?
Goku was like, go put in a VHS tape and record this.
Well, I don't know if I would
Yeah.
prefer it, but I mean, I guess it would have been more true to the original. And only other thing that's weird is that they talk about these things like, having Pokemon and DVRs, and they mentioned the internet like a couple episodes ago. And then, but yet when you see them, they are holding like camcorders and they do have VHS tapes and stuff.
Well, I mean, that's just an art thing where if you've ever read, what was it, that Bakuman or whatever the hell it was, with the guys making the manga about the guys making the manga. Like, one of the
Inception.
things in there...
Blah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was like manga Inception. It was two guys making a manga about them making manga. But
In
on
Shonen
one of
Jump.
yeah,
I mean, Jack.
What
Yeah.
if Shirobako was about the characters themselves making Shirobako?
I mean, that's basically what this was.
Blah.
No, but I mean, the point is, like,
Caller, if
there's-
you can find an Inception's...
it's already been
blah.
there. It's been playing every time.
Well,
No,
just cut
no.
my...
well, no,
just
but
put the
I mean,
actual sound in.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You just don't hear it.
Okay.
It's been there every time.
Okay.
all right. No, but I mean, what I'm saying is, like, at one point in there, the editor is saying to them, make this look like an older computer because the newer stuff, like, it doesn't have enough character. Like, you can't tell it's a computer just by looking at it. So, like, if you're going to make a computer, it's it's going to have flashing lights and probably tape rolling around in it, and you want it to have moving parts and stuff, because nowadays a server is just like a big old box with maybe one flashing light.
A monolithic slab of obsidian.
Yeah,
And it
that's going to be
still
relevant.
can't run Crisis.
Yes.
That's going to be relevant to Hunter x Hunter later on when we get to that episode.
Yeah, because they have like everything in Hunter x Hunter as it is. They got like cell phones and shit.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter's world is weird.
I kind of appreciate that One Piece doesn't kind of like use real technology. It's all just snails and dials.
I fucking love those snails. Like if I could have one of those things, I'd be like, yes, let's do this.
Just take one out in public and be like, oh, that's my snail.
I
make calls on it.
Yeah, no, we call people on the snail, and you can see who's calling based on what the eyes look like. Like that's cool.
Yeah, and then it makes the awesomeness rings, and then it goes clank when you're done.
Hey, B-Dub.
It goes, yes.
Have you read JoJo Part 6?
I'm not that caught up.
Oh, never mind then.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. Oh, well.
I thought we were going to tone down the JoJo spoilers.
Well, seriously, chill.
I can't.
There's a Part 6?
Man, there's like a Part 8.
Spoilers, they are currently... Part 8 is currently running an Ultra Jump. There you go.
I thought they were up to Part 9.
From the future, and we're still on Part 15.
No, Part 9 is not... Part 8's not done yet.
Yeah.
And Part 7 ended up going for like 10 years after it moved to monthly.
Oh, seriously.
Like the final fight in terms of
a year and
chapter number was over a year.
Yeah, that one was like a year and a half. So, that's about, when it went monthly, that was about the time I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to wait for each part to finish and then go from there.
I don't feel sorry for David Pro having to cram that into 39 episodes.
Part 7, that'll have to be like 71-hour OVAs.
Seriously.
And they'll all take a year to come out.
So next time on the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure podcast, so I thought Hercule was funny in this episode. I enjoyed him.
I enjoyed more the reactions of all the Z fighters because they're just like,
to that bullshit.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And even Cell just like, I don't even want to kill him. I'm just gonna slap him.
Like Cell just Cell was just straight up TFS Cell.
Like Cell, he didn't even have to fucking move. His wind would have been enough to be like, all right, I'm gonna power up now, and it would have been enough to like melt their bones.
It's strange that he didn't kill him. I know that Toriyama wouldn't kill off Mr. Satan, but it is strange
needs Mr. Satan
that he didn't.
It's not like he can't be brought back,
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah, but at the same time, at the same time, the next arc doesn't really work for Mr. Satan if, they need him alive at the end of this to win. Well, they need him alive at the end of this in order for, the opening of the Buu arc to work properly.
Yeah.
We're only 10 episodes away from the ending of Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Which is absolutely fucking crazy. We're done with this by the end of the year.
You think you're out?
No, we got Buu.
Saga announcement.
Here comes Buu. Like the funny thing is that if it wasn't Buu, we'd have heard about the replacement by now because they would have had to get something major.
Is the Buu saga longer than like the Cell saga?
Buu saga will last into probably middle-ish 2018.
It's 69 episodes.
It's long. I'm actually wondering how much they cut from the opening part of the Buu saga. Like, I want to describe it a little more, just like the blank arc, but I don't know who's spoiled or not, or if we're even bothering.
Well, I think people who are watching, I don't, but I assume people who are listening know what you're talking about.
It's Dragon Ball
Z. No, of the Buu arc, I sort of like the opening sort of series of episodes best, for like some odd reason, if only because it was different. So I'm hoping they don't cut a whole lot of that. I'd rather them keep that and then condense some of like the charging up or whatever.
Oh yeah, I understand. I would prefer that.
He also got rid of Piccolo and Goku driving cars, so I have no faith.
That's
A
the only
great
thing
crime
you guys
against
wanted.
humanity.
Like seriously, that was the best episode, and they didn't make
It was
it.
fun, but I could take it or leave it, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's better than half of
Yeah.
Anyway, it's finally time to move on to One Punch Man. One Punch Man, episode 10, Unparalleled Peril. Oh, that's a tongue tweezer. Say that 5 times fast.
That's a
And
lot.
Tatsumaki's unparalleled posterior in that one frame.
You got a tornado warning.
So,
Tornado warning.
somebody went through that shot, frame by frame, to find that.
Guilty as charged.
Is it? I don't even know. I don't keep up with the One Piece manga, but it's still a mystery whether she wears underpants.
You mean One Punch Man?
What did I say?
No, it is not a mystery.
Also, in regards to your original question as phrased, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming that's a joke. Like you're not
yes
supposed to
for
know.
both, really. You'll see once we get to a certain episode in One Piece. So, but One Punch Man. This was a fun. It was a pretty fun episode, honestly. It's mostly just introducing us to the entire S rank heroes.
Yeah.
Like Tatsuma, like Tornado, I guess, is now only the second character to get a one punch scene, because that's basically what she got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved all her faces.
There's also
in this episode.
Watchdog Man.
The best. Well, he's so cool.
Like that one guy is named Flashy Flash.
I think it was actually like it's supposed to be like Lightspeed Flash, but no, it's Flashy Flash. Like that's better.
And then remember those tank top idiots? Well, here's Tank Top Master.
Like seriously, this is
Tank Top Master.
Then
like
there's
that poor bastard.
Zombie Man, who is kind of
Actually
just
a
looks
zombie.
like a dude.
His power is being a zombie.
Like he is a zombie, but he just design-wise, he
He's
just
not
looks
a
like a
zombie.
dude who stumbled into there.
He's
Like-
wearing cosplay almost.
Yeah, like he's a zombie, but he doesn't look like a zombie.
Then there's Drive Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Drive Knight is
One eye.
there. And then there's what was the name of that?
The fat guy?
No, Pig God. You're thinking of
kid?
Pig God.
Pig God.
I'm thinking of the black guy.
Oh yeah, I was waiting.
What's his
Oh
name?
yeah. No, he's got the powerful muscles of power.
Super Alloy Blackluster.
Yeah, that's the one. That-
Oh, you
that-
guys
that-
got that dub?
that's a little racist.
So I
it gets
agree.
more problematic in the future.
I agree
Yes,
with
it
what
does.
somebody said that Super Alloy Blackluster should have been voiced just had the voice of Cyborg from Teen Titans.
Yeah, no.
Booyah!
Oh god.
See,
I
Kohler
fucking
put
love
in an actual booyah from the show there.
that. Booyah. You know they're actually using that voice in the next Justice League cartoon adaptation because Cyborg's there and they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna use the same guy.
Yes.
Like he looks completely different, but they're using the same guy.
Like I would love it if that scene was just like Super Alloy was just one episode where Cyborg's infiltrating the hive and they have like a cyborg robot back at the base and he just says booyah over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's just all Super Alloy.
Booyah!
That's just all Super Alloy says. He's just like, booyah!
That might actually be better than what he actually is.
Like he goes up top and he's like, booyah!
It reminds me of the episode where Cyborg made that robot clone of himself and he kept saying
Oh, yeah.
booyah! Booyah!
That's what I'm talking about. C. Kohler, replace every single booyah here with the actual
With
clip.
booyah.
Okay.
That's a lot of work.
Well, we're gonna put him to work, man.
Chop, chop. What are we paying you for?
Another cool thing in this episode, I'll get to the part in the end, which is awesome. It's like the whole build-up to this
Booyah.
upcoming fight. But like I love how like whenever Tornado gets mad, she's drawn in like the little like goofy version like Saitama.
Yeah.
he's like, "Who's this little girl?"
Who's this little lost child?
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, that's how she looks in the one thing, like the entirety of the time.
The webcomic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. That's just her thing. Is like she's the little lost girl.
And then when they showed the shot of like everyone sitting at the table, she's still drawn that way, and like
that's the best. Like everyone's looking all like swag and shit, and they got the good art, and then she's sitting there like a doodle, like straight out of one sketchbook.
It's awesome.
We haven't talking about the best character in the entire room, my man,
Child
King.
Emperor.
King.
Yeah.
No, King.
Oh.
King is the best. The King engine is unstoppable.
Does he get to shine in this, or is that like coming up? Because I don't really remember much about him.
No, when the King engine gets going, you got to be afraid.
Sequeler, if you can't remember what happens, you haven't seen it because you would remember it.
Oh man, I must have.
Yes.
I swear I'm having a brain fart or something because I do not remember what he does.
He's the greatest.
Okay, I guess
we can't.
Even though
look forward to this in season 2 in 2018.
Yeah, he does have a special technique that is amazing.
Oh wait, hold on. So let me be clear though. Does he do something before this series ends, or is it coming later?
No,
the King engine just rolls. No, the King engine just gets started this season.
Yeah,
next season,
that's why I don't remember it. Okay,
just getting pumped up, man. Just get ready.
Yeah, no, next season he's going to show up a lot next season because he's awesome.
And so Blast is mysteriously absent, and I always love the theory that Blast is actually just Saitama.
Actually, that was disproven recently.
Really? Did Blast show up?
In a flashback. Apparently, I mean, this is spoilers from the webcomic, though.
All right, I'll bleep this. So,
no.
Well, we can leave that Blast is not Saitama.
Right? Yeah. No, I can say that, and it's not spoilers. If I tell you how I know that, that's a little bit of spoilers. Well, it's backstory spoilers, but it's not a big deal.
Wait till season 2.
Well, who knows what season 2 is going to cover?
Well, I mean, season 2 is probably just going to cover the next arc.
Yeah, the question is, do they do the one arc, or they do the Murata filler garbage arc?
No, I think they just do the one arc. There's enough there.
Okay.
You know? They might put some of the Murata stuff in there. But
so do you think... So, well, another thing that happened in this episode is they name-dropped Garo.
Who's that? I've never heard of that person before. What are you talking about? Who's that?
He's...
Well, they don't actually they don't say his name, but the old student of Gens is Garo, and he's the next one.
Yeah,
that's what I remember a lot.
And that shit is crazy.
That's what I remember a lot about One Punch Man. Watching it again is that the series just really does feel like a setup. Like the whole thing is just a setup for something that's going to happen later, because the series does end here after this arc, this first season or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I kind of remember thinking, man, they introduced a lot of stuff they never showed.
Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of stuff does get shown next time. And I think the next arc is, like, it's a lot like the One Piece halfway point in that it sort of ties up a lot of stuff and then introduces a lot more stuff after it's done. Like, It's sort of a soft reset.
Good.
And then you realize this is just one's like side manga. It's not even his main manga.
No, he just does this when he's bored.
Yeah, and then Mob Psycho is his real baby.
Well, I mean, apparently this one started first.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So, do you think they could actually make it all the way through the Garo arc for season 2?
I think there's more than enough room in 13 episodes. It's just a matter of...
What do they keep?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they can fit it all in. It's just, I'm not sure, how fast they want to go in terms of adapting, Yeah, because like if they wanted to, they could probably squeeze it all into 8 episodes.
Maybe. Anyway, Metal Bat is in this episode.
Yes, he is.
And Metal Bat is a guy with a metal bat, and that's it.
That's his shtick.
I'm so mad he didn't get Justin Cook to voice him. I'm so mad.
No, they got Sam Riegel, and that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. He's passable.
But no, seriously, Metal Bat is just a delinquent with a metal bat. And he's an S-class superhero.
Awesome.
He's strong.
All these guys are awesome in their own right.
Metal
Except for
Knight's not there because he's a fucking asshole, which was
He
already
really is.
demonstrated.
Yeah.
And a fortune teller, what's it, Miss
Misfortune teller lady.
Miss fortune teller lady who choked on
Her own
corn or
spit.
something.
Like last episode,
I don't know what it was. A cough drop.
she has this dramatic reading, and then it's like, oh, she choked on a cough drop.
That
And
was
then it's
great
like,
comedy
and then
the way you revealed
the message is literally, the Earth is in trouble, and it's like she's never used a word with the weight of trouble before.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's normally her predictions are more like accurate, I want to say. Like she'll tell you, "Oh, this volcano's going to explode," or the meteor, or whatever. So this is like, wait, this is all she's got? That's not good. And then she died.
She said is within 6 months the Earth is going to be in trouble. And Saitama's like, that could mean between now and 6 months, and all of a sudden, boom!
Cut
There you
to
go.
Aliens.
No, cut to these
The sky
dudes, and it's like,
Sky.
yes, this is the threat.
Oh yeah, these guys were like from the Flash Gordon movie. You remember them?
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh,
They last exactly
What?
15. They last exactly like 5 seconds before this
Yeah.
horrifying monstrosity just wastes them.
And then he just goes, "That is good."
Yeah.
Yeah, the one at the heads is just like, that is good.
the horrifying monstrosity voiced by Vic Mignogna.
Man, Edward Elric really should not have gone through with that human transmutation.
No, he should not.
Didn't work out.
This is what happens. You turn into Melzergard.
You do?
Yep.
And then millions of people died.
Sounds
Yeah,
about
that
right.
happens all the time.
Yeah, so
Like-
I find it funny how people just die so casually in one
I
punch.
know.
It's just like,
Well, it's like
Death.
everyone gets offed.
Like, well, there was a city here 5 seconds ago.
And now there's not. Well, I mean, most of these cities are completely abandoned at this point.
Like,
no.
How many humans are left in the world? Like,
Well, I mean, yeah, that, like, Saitama's entire neighborhood is, like, he's the only one that lives there. Like, his whole city is just him and Genos.
I guess like City L
Yeah,
must
he's still
getting
paying
really
rent.
overcrowded right now.
no,
and he's
I
still
don't think
paying
you want to
rent.
live in City L,
No.
The L City. Oh,
the
that-
city of elves.
The City of Elves. Fucking berserk, man.
No. Oh, what if we get Berserk next year? Oh, no. No.
Do
Oh,
not
that
wish
animation
that
is
evil
horrible.
upon
No.
us.
Unless they're gonna do it right, they should just burn the tapes.
Unless it's like April Fool's, here's Berserk.
Get the original
Ugh.
dubcast and maybe it might be tolerable. Maybe.
No, I mean the thing is they gotta actually bother like doing good animation for once instead of like, bullshit.
So anyway, back to suffering that's
Suffering.
uplifted on Punch Man
Yeah. And something that isn't constantly cock blocking you.
with actual 2D animation. There's a really cool animated scene where Saitama kicks a giant bullet that's shot directly at him.
Mhm.
That looked awesome.
I like that this very advanced alien race is just shooting gigantic bullets.
They
Billy
can't be
bullets.
bothered.
Like, we have reached the peak of technology bullets.
Like
Just
like
really
they just
big ones.
I mean they probably just had too much like iron or lead or whatever. They're like, lead is poisonous. We will engage in, freaking germ warfare or whatever it is. This is our WMD.
Like
It's like-
Melzergard shows up, and he's like even before the ship, he's like immediately the most threatening thing in the series so far.
Yeah, he fights the guy that what's his name? Tin Samurai dude.
Atomic Samurai,
Oh yeah, Atomic Samurai.
aka
Not
middle-aged
Atomic
hero
Samurai,
dude.
his disciple. The guy looks like a
Alright.
knight. Looks like Arthur.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna call Atomic Samurai middle-aged hero dude from now on.
Yeah. hey, he's been disarmed. Oh,
Oops.
okay.
But I actually wonder if Saitama could beat Melzargard in one punch because of his special nature.
No, he could.
Yeah, his punches have an AOE effect.
Okay, sure.
I find it funny how Atomic Samurai comes there like, hey, man, what happened to your arm? You don't look so good. He's missing an arm.
Like, of course I don't look good. I don't got no arm.
And then Puri Prisoner just gets naked straight away.
Well, that's what he does. That's his entire thing, is being naked and also being
With the
weird.
Dark Angel Rush.
This fight is amazing, though.
Yeah, animation is still...
It's good.
Like, you get 2 fantastic fights for the finale.
Mm-hmm.
And Saitama's inside the ship. He's just running, and this giant, like Venus flytrap alien says, "Oh, stop right there, you man!" He just punches.
No, he doesn't even punch him. He just jumps right through his head.
Like, he can't be bothered. He's like...
Like, he just
nope.
ignores him and just goes straight through him.
He's like Mario with the star.
He's like, "Where's the final boss?" And then we see him. Oh yeah. These next 2 episodes are gonna be good.
Oh my god. Next 2 episodes also have I Want to Go Home guy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh. That guy made the worst life decision.
He really does.
Like, man, you could have dipped, but you didn't dip.
Alright.
Well, that's about it for One Punch Man, so let's move on to Mobile Suit Gundam.
Ugh.
Mobile Suit Gundam.
Raise your flag. Oh, wait.
It's not that anymore. Like, is it all right? Okay, we're good.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Iron-Blooded Orphans. Episode 15. The Trail of Footprints.
I think he's mad.
He might be.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, so...
It's Sequeler who has to deal with all that garbage.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Our bad.
So,
No, I mean, what I was saying, is it bad that I don't remember shit from this episode?
list of things in space that people have forgotten. 1.
All of it.
Funerals. 2. Food. 3. Pictures.
Yes, they don't know what she looks
Especially
like.
of people who are important.
I don't know, like, you've never seen a picture of Cordelia before? Like, don't they have
What the fuck?
all this advanced technology? You can't have, like, a hologram picture somewhere?
I don't know.
What do you
Well,
expect? I'm Gort.
I mean, honestly, is it bad that I don't
No
remember any of this
photography in
episode?
Space Costco.
I recently watched it, so it's still a little fresh in my memory. So
Like, I watched the whole thing. I wasn't, like, drinking or anything. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to be like, what the hell happened this episode other than Biscuit's brother being
Well,
a douchebag?
Atra got punched a lot. Actually,
Yeah.
Atra was a G. She was a straight up G this episode.
I'm telling you. Okay, so yeah, this is what my thing. Atra, like at first, she was the worst waifu character I can imagine. Just annoying and just constantly craving what's his face, and that's all she was about. And now she's like awesome. She's like willing to take a hit for the team. You know, she's stepping up and like actually like.
She's still getting that too hard.
It's unbelievable.
character
Like-
development marches on.
This episode saved her from a worst character nomination.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
okay,
Orga
okay.
finds out and he's like, they took our cook!
Where will we get food from?
Come on, we gotta go get back Sanji.
I mean, I am at this point now. I think that Atra deserves to be in a better series. He doesn't deserve this life that IBO gives her.
Yeah, Entourage,
Yeah,
I respect
'cause-
her a lot more after this episode.
She
I
is
do agree
better.
with what Seda said, was that the villains were just abominably stupid this episode, but the
God.
heroes actually made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of the episode was also like Cordelia going, just blushing and being all, oh, I don't know how to act around Mikazuki. I don't know if he likes me. How should I go about this?
I'm like, bitch,
should
he
I
kissed
marry
you.
him?
Ugh.
So I don't exactly know what went on in that scene with Fumitan.
I think she was supposed to betray them all, but then she's like, I can't do it. I like you.
Except she just kind of walks away, and
Does it anyway?
child marriage guy is there in a mask for some reason.
Well, the guy who's not Char, white haired Sephiroth Char.
The guy who's totally not McGillis.
No. Well, I mean, like, every Gundam has a not Char.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no matter what fucking series it is, there's that one fucking guy with the domino mask or whatever the hell it is.
So the mask
guidebook
has eye holes, and then it also has little covers that are just transparent, and it's like, why?
And they move, don't they?
Cool.
Is there just too much sand flying around in space, Costco?
No,
I hate space sand.
No, he just needs space contacts is all.
Here's another weird thing that happened. Oh, go ahead, Imperial.
Oh, I was gonna say, I noticed the guys beating up Antra had like Char-like helmets on. So I don't know if that's a callback or a minor reference.
That's just like standard Gundam Imperial uniform.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Just like how all the Mook robots look the same in all the series.
I'm sorry, B-Dubs, what'd you say?
Yeah, it's sort of like how all the Mook robots look the same in all the series. You know, they're these bulky green circular bullshit things.
Yeah. So they cut back to a scene on the harem spaceship, and I am now convinced that he has got pheromones going through the ship because those two girls started just practically pounding him into the captain's seat.
I'm like, what? God. Is this the only role their characters are going to have? Just
the purpose of that ship is when something bad happens, they fuck.
Go to daddy.
Well, I mean, they fuck when good things happen too.
Okay, so they just fuck.
Yes.
They're just my goodness. It's just like
they just make bone time.
There wrapped around him in this chair in zero gravity. I'm just like, can you be doing something more productive? You know, try to.
And like the technicians in the seats are like, why do I have to be in the seat? Somebody's gonna really have to take a wet sponge to this seat later.
Oh man.
They even mentioned it. They're like, you're not doing your duty. I'm like, what?
Duty.
His duty is to go to Bone Town.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Makes me wonder what zero gravity sex is like. Okay.
Well, there's
and now you got
this amount of vomit. You know, eventually, somebody is going to be the first person to join the In Space Club. It's going to happen.
It probably already has happened.
Could have.
I mean, they got astronauts up there.
Yeah, what stays in space happens in space.
Well, what happens in space stays in space.
Yeah.
They got female astronauts.
I have a wife. Not in space, you don't.
In space, everyone is single.
Space.
The void of space is your only love.
The only other thing I remember about this episode was that the revolution is being led by Mr. Rogers.
I was going to say he looks like Mr. Rogers. No, Vaughn, whatever. He looks like Mr. Rogers. I'm like, Mr. Rogers.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. We're gonna overthrow the bourgeoisie.
I swear to God, somebody needs to Photoshop like a fucking sweater vest on this guy.
If I'm bored, I might do it.
I liked in the ending where they're like, "All right, let's go," and they have like 12 dudes and 3 robots, and it's like, good luck with that.
That's not enough.
It's gonna be a bloody day in this neighborhood.
They all live in nondescript Soviet apartment block.
No, I mean, I will say, I do have one question though. Like, and this is for like every Gundam. Like, what is with Gundam and the fucking build up to World War I? Because that's like their go-to like historical plotline reference. You know, like they wanted to turn Crudelia into Franz Ferdinand or something. You know, I'm like, there's other things in world history you can use to create a plotline. Why do you keep going back to World War I?
To be frank, that is probably the second biggest thing to ever happen.
No, I know, but there's a lot of other, smaller conflicts that have, far more interesting dynamics to them.
I guess Japan, you know.
They weren't even in World
history.
War One.
Oh wait, that's right.
They were still like fucking isolationist at that point.
It could be. Maybe it's a thematic thing. Like every Gundam show has to have that theme.
I mean,
It's like, what's the most interesting world period with a bunch, like 50 different countries all with their own politics?
I guess, but I mean, like at the beginning of this series, I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be like American Revolution, the anime, and then they're like, well, we were thinking about that, but no, fuck that.
I was like, actually, Mars is just the Serbs.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. I'm like, there are enough conflicts out there where you don't constantly have to be doing World War One. Like, you could do World War Two if you wanted to.
Oh.
Then we'd
Well, I
have
mean-
Space Hitler.
So did you hear that they had, like, so
Yeah, no,
for
they're-
Transformers 5,
They got
put
Hitler.
Nazi flags over Winston Churchill's home because this is a thing that's going to happen in Transformers 5. So the question is, what the fuck is Transformers 5 about?
I don't know.
I don't know. They've
You know what?
completely lost the plot.
Optimus Prime is
They
like,
never had the
we
plot.
have to go back in time and defeat the Nazis.
Is it as bad as when Captain Planet met Hitler? Did you see that clip?
This is going to be worse because somebody scouted out Winston Churchill's house and decided, yes, we will put Nazi flags on this house.
Well, apparently they were just like, give us an old house.
And they're like, fuck it, we'll do Winston Churchill's house. And then the people running the estate were like, yes, we don't see any problem with that. Put Nazi flags on his house.
And then blow it up because it's a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there looking at this picture. I'm like, could they be more tone deaf if they tried?
Why do these movies keep making money at the box office?
So
Because God hates us.
apparently, the Anti-Defamation League, listed Pepe the Frog as a hate image.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a little overdue.
But that's
It's not a hate image, but
the
it's
world we live in.
Pepe's been corrupted by the white supremacists.
Oh boy, the alt-right. Okay.
All right, okay. Going back to Gundam.
Back to
Like-
Gundam.
Well, it's a good segue into Gundam because we have Gallahorn again, the alt-right. So,
Yeah, no, that's
I
about
really
right.
don't care about the Gallahorn plot, really. I don't.
Nobody does. I mean, the thing that always pisses me off about Gundam constantly using World War One as a reference is every time they do it, they lose the plot. They get all wrapped up in this like bullshit political intrigue crap that's not even that interesting, and they lose sight of
For World War
what.
I fanatics.
But I mean, they've had different directors and creators and stuff. This makes no sense that they keep going back to it.
Oh.
This is why two of the best Gundam series are G Gundam and Gundam Build Fighters.
They ignore it completely.
And the thing is with Gundam, especially Iron Blood Orphans, what I'm noticing, it's very politically like drenched. It's so much talking about the politics and stuff.
And nobody
It's-
cares.
Yeah, it's just not that much action.
Like,
And when
it-
we
like
have
it-
action, it's just
I mean,
shooting.
you can do that stuff and make it interesting. It's just that we don't know enough about any of the shit going on to give a crap. You know, and they've never been good at doing that sort of story, but they keep trying for reasons that nobody entirely understands.
Well, at least Biscuit got some character development.
He's now biscuit with cheese.
And that is the perfect note to end off on,
Or Cheddar Bay biscuit.
because there's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, I think we ran through everything.
Good shows
So.
like Hunter x Hunter.
Oh,
Don't take over my podcast.
I might.
Don't tell me what to say.
Hunter x Hunter episode. What the hell episode was it?
Let's move
Forgot
on
the
to
number.
Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter episode 21. Some brother trouble. Savrin.
Brother, that's the theme for tonight.
Okay, so Killua's brother Savrin shows up and
No. Illumi. Illumi. Like, Illumi's fucked up.
Okay, so I have a question about Gon. Does he have
Yeah.
like super strength?
Little bit, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
never really established that. I don't
I
think.
mean, not like ultra super, not like Superman shit, but I mean, like, he's a little stronger than the average dude.
Well, he has to be because he broke Illumi's arm.
Yeah, like
He lift him up like, get out that seat.
yeah, like he's strong enough to do that sort of thing.
Okay.
But he's not like honestly, this next arc, everyone's taking like super soldier formula, so you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, just take the Arthur gif, the Arthur meme with his fist balled up. That's just gone.
Gone in one image. That.
Yes.
When you steal my friend.
I told you not to touch him.
Every One Piece arc is that image.
Yes.
That's true.
I gotta punch this arc.
Well, I mean, that's Luffy's entire character development. He's like, all right, I learned that every arc I gotta punch some guy really hard. Who do I gotta punch this arc?
This is a cool new island. Oh, I need to punch this guy.
It's true too. They pretty much set that up in like the Arlong arc. Too.
This
like,
guy needs a good punching.
Okay. Back to Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Everything is One Piece.
It really is.
So Killua lost. He went home, and Netro's like, yeah, something fishy happened, but it's against the rules, so whatever.
Well, there's always next year. And to be honest, like he could just waste the exam next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's going to have all that much trouble.
The Hunter system in whole doesn't really make a lot of sense to me right now because it seems like I don't really get it because like it seems too easy for bad guys to become super powerful.
So here's the kind of the Hunter system. Hunters are really strong, and therefore they run the world, and therefore they can do whatever they want.
Well, no, I mean, it's a little more complicated than that.
Yeah,
it's like,
I hope so.
No, I mean, it's like hunters basically get to do whatever the hell they want because, like, the world governments use them for certain things, you know, like to keep the peace in certain situations, hunt down a certain guy.
When you willingly give licenses to people like Hisoka and Illumi, like, aren't you making the world worse?
I mean, it depends on what they're doing, you know? Like, Hisoka is going to do what Hisoka does whether he has the, you know, hunter license or not. I mean...
All the more reason not to give him one.
well, I mean, what the hell are you going to do to stop it? What the hell are you going to do? Who's going to stop him? You know? Well, I mean, outside of him, and he can't be bothered.
Yeah, the thing is, though, like, with the hunter system, and you have people who have ill intentions who want to become hunters, they're allowed to become hunters, you know.
Yeah, but they still have to. Yeah, but when the call comes, they still got to go and, you know, do what's expected.
Yeah, it's basically the state alchemist system.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically a good example.
I don't know if there's a real world comparison to hunters. I can't think.
Like hackers, I think.
Hackers.
You get caught, and if you know you did a cool enough thing, they'll make you work for them. I mean, the government. I
assume so. Yeah. But yeah, so when you have your hunter card, you have diplomatic immunity.
Sequeller, put that clip in.
Diplomatic immunity. I love that movie.
So yeah, you go to most countries, you can buy stuff. And
you get the black market. You get all sorts of cool information. For a lot of it, I mean, these guys do need to use that stuff for certain things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which it becomes very important later on. So.
Yeah.
Well, not later on, but soon.
Well, like really soon. Yeah. And they're not done with the exam yet.
Was creaming his pants again this episode.
Well, he's always creaming his pants. Like every time he's
Gon.
Like every time he sees Gon being badass, he's like, ooh.
Not yet. So
that was a pretty licking. You know, when he said like, "You don't get to touch Gon. You know, he's mine," or whatever.
I get to touch Gon.
Those two were going to go at it.
That's a fight I'd like to see, though. Hisoka versus Illumi.
Speaking of which, isn't there like an OP update soon for Hunter x Hunter?
It's still gonna be the same
it's roughly the same song, but it's slightly different, and there's different visuals.
Yeah, I think so.
Should I even bother just counting those as different? for the
Probably not.
category? No, I'm not going to.
No, I mean,
Do they change
usually
at
we
the
just
very, very beginning? Because that's probably the only part we'll see.
yeah. I mean, they'll probably show us the whole thing at one point.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so the openings are cool, but
And
they do
doesn't-
some
I
cool
think-
visuals and stuff, but it's still the same song.
I think Naruto changes openings next week.
They change openings like
Boy, I hope we see it. Oh wait,
no, we're not going to see it.
yeah, I know.
It's actually one of my kind of favorites.
I don't remember what this one is.
Opening 6. Well, it starts off with some super Englishy English, but then it's really good.
Oh, I remember that one.
Something brain scar. Yeah.
Yeah, I fast forwarded through that.
My brain, and I'm going through with this scar. So the best singing
God.
today was brought by me. So back to Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
It's more of like a slow, settle down resolution
Yeah,
episode.
like it's a transition. But what did you guys think about the reveal at the very end? The exam's not over.
The ride never ends.
Yeah, I don't know if he's being literal or not.
No, there is still something they have to do before they're actually hunters.
Huh.
Yeah, this is a big thing they have to do.
Like,
Yeah.
they can try to go around and do hunter stuff, but they'll get fucked
They
up.
can't. Yeah, no, they won't be allowed to do a lot of hunter stuff. Like,
Yeah, it's-
you can get this far and sell the license and just get rich off of that if you wanted to, or you can just from here become a real hunter.
Oh, interesting. Well, don't say any more.
No.
we won't. So this Gon learns a little bit more about Geen. Well, as much as he can, because most of his information is blacked off. What they find like a very powerful hunter firewall.
Yep.
So it's a very
Sato's-
important big shot.
Sato's is like, my dream is to obtain a mouth.
Where is this?
I want to obtain a
It's his
mouth so I may
mustache.
speak about Geen.
The mustache is the mouth. And we see
Just
Killua
shook
go
me.
onto eBay. I'm not Killua, Karapika go on eBay on a very, I don't know if it's the old looking computer. It looks like a old Windows.
It's a 1998 computer.
Yeah,
Something like that.
so dated. And they buy tickets, so.
And they
yeah.
try to take an Uber.
They're going to Africa.
They're going to slightly upside down Africa.
That is interesting. I looked
Yeah.
at that map after the episode, and you're right. It's our world, just with all the continents mixed up.
Yeah.
Like there's the North America and South America. They're all there. They're just in
Yeah.
weird configurations.
Yep.
Oh, Tokashi.
Well, except there's
It's-
one island to the north that it looks like it has a volcano in the middle, and I don't know what that is.
That
Is
might
that spoilers?
Yeah,
if
no,
I
I,
told
we,
you?
It's not
can't
spoilers.
explain.
It's on the map.
No, we can't explain what that is without going into spoilers
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
can't.
But I'm just saying that's
because
just noticed
the
that
map is because the map's a little more complicated than that.
The Yellowstone
Rabbit hole goes much
super volcano is its own continent.
It's funny how much technology there really is in Hunter x Hunter world. It's very modern, but it's still different.
Like it feels old school enough. Like it's gonna feel a little more modern in the next couple of arcs. You know.
Like Naruto, it's one of those, when the fuck are we?
No,
Yeah, I
but
think it works
a
better
lot
in-
No,
more
it's not that
modern.
bad. It's not that bad.
yeah.
like
Naruto,
it's
it just feels out of place.
yeah. No, here it's like oh, okay. It's these guys just don't encounter this stuff very often. You know.
Well, in Naruto, I feel like a mashup of different like cultural themes and different time periods. Within Hunter x Hunter, it's definitely a modern world. You can tell just by the cities and just
Yeah.
the location.
It's just one of
yeah.
those things.
Pockle shows up and he's
Next.
kind of like, I don't really know what I'm doing here.
I kind of like I mentioned this in the thread, but I like how Gon is completely desensitized to all these deaths. Like, oh, he killed someone. Who cares? Where's Killua?
Yeah, like he got used to it pretty quick.
Which is kind of it's a mixed bag because
Yeah, it
this
might
guy
not be
died
good.
and no one's really taking the time to be like, hey, this guy died.
Yeah,
By surprise, he didn't know he was going to die. It just happened. So
Yeah.
just treat it like, oh, he died. Whatever.
it's just one of those things. It's like, it doesn't really bode well for Gon as a character that he got so used to people dying so quick.
Anyway, I think we've played out Hunter x Hunter, so let's move on to Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden, episode 128, Tales of a Gutsy Ninja, Jiraiya Ninja Scroll Part 2. In this episode, Imperial Bishop gets fucked up because he wouldn't stop interrupting people.
No, I was gonna say the Tales of a Perverted Ninja, but...
Well, that's what he is.
You got me.
Honestly, watching this thing, it sort of strikes me like, had he been to Tsunade like, maybe I will settle down, he probably could have got with that.
I know.
That
was a bad move, man.
Well, like, he'd been trying to get with that for a while, and, like, he got way too, like, he lost the plot after a certain point.
That's the theme, to not losing the plot.
Yeah, like, it's like, his whole thing, training with the Toads, was like, I want to get with Tsunade. And then it's like, Tsunade's like, hey, you want to get with me? And he's like, nah, man, I got Destiny shit to do. I don't know what it is, though.
I think it's a good thing because it kind of means he kind of grew up out of that.
Yeah,
so
no, I mean, he's still lusting after her today,
Yeah, he probably regrets it secretly.
Yeah, he's probably like, yeah, I should have gotten into that. Whoa. Sorry, I'm just watching a soccer game, and I think this one guy got fucked up.
Okay.
Oh, man.
No, his eye is still there. It's okay.
The next episode of the soccer game.
Moving on.
His eye is still there. It's okay.
So on this episode of Even More Eye Hacks.
Fucking eye hacks.
Nice transition.
Yep. We find the ultimate eye hacks.
You guys are kidding. This show loves its freaking eyes, doesn't it?
He really like, he's like, when it comes, you know how in Bleach, whenever Kubo gets stuck, he has a new character?
Yeah.
Kishi's like that, only with eye hacks.
It's his number one fetish, really.
He just gives the Sharingan new powers.
Yeah, whenever he gets stuck. No, but I mean, like, in terms of this one, like, I'm not completely bothered by it because, hey, the Rinnegan has a cool sort of thing where it's like, you can do any jutsu, and that's its, power.
That is way overly broad. That's the problem with the eye.
Yeah.
That gets to be the problem with the Sharingan. And the problem with the Byakugan is because the Sharingan...
Yeah, no, the Byakugan is, like, incredibly focused. The Sharingan, like,
the Sharingan
should
have stayed at just, you can copy stuff.
Yeah.
Remember the Byakugan and how it was supposed to be even stronger than the Sharingan?
Yeah, no, that's bullshit. Yeah, like, where it was when it started off was fine. But, I mean, honestly, considering how supposedly rare this is, and it's, like, legendary and shit, I'm like, oh, okay, he can use any element type. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's okay. I'm not too bothered by that. Like,
basically, he won the superpower lottery.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also like, he's either going to be final boss material or, ultimate hero material, It's like, no matter what happens, it's going to be a good fight.
Believe it.
So apparently, every time you hear the word destiny.
So,
oh, God.
Apparently, Orochimaru has just always been evil.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, even when he was a little kid, he was kind of a dick.
It's like, hey, look, kid, should I kill him?
I'm gonna kill him.
He is proto, so.
I'm a good guy.
I'm gonna kill them kids.
It is stupid because, I mean, like, it makes these or otherwise good characters like Jiraiya and Tsunade look stupid because they can't see this. It's like anybody who's watching the show can be like, this guy's evil.
Like, Jiraiya's like, my greatest failing is that I couldn't save Orochimaru. I'm like, bitch, you've been evil since you knew him.
Yeah.
Greatest failing that you didn't kill him when you had the chance.
Yeah, seriously, that's your greatest failing. Could have saved everybody so much shit. And I mean, that's the thing. He totally could have if he wanted to.
I mean, not to be prejudiced or anything, but when you look like a white-skinned snake man...
and you act like a white-skinned... that's what you act like.
We look like the son of Michael Jackson and freaking...
and like a python or something. You like Michael Jackson and a python fused together with them Dragon Ball Z earrings.
What are you talking about?
like he looks like Voldemort, only with a nose.
Yep.
Like at that point, it's like if you look like that and you act the way Orochimaru does, like somebody gonna throw your ass in jail or put you down or something. Like it took that whole village way too long to figure out that hey, this guy's evil.
Like they only figured it out when they stumbled into his super duper murder lab, and it's like, really?
Seriously, and he cloning people in there, and he
I'm pretty sure
people.
this guy came out the womb with a super duper murder lab.
Seriously, like when he was a little kid, he found he's like, here's my murder lab.
I don't remember a whole lot about this episode, but I do remember just thinking it was pretty decent. Like overall, I thought the episode was okay.
Yeah,
and
no.
The other thing I'd say too is this the first time we've ever seen Naruto's mom?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah.
no, it's like I like her as a character. Like we're gonna see a little bit more of her later on, and
Oh, cool.
she's pretty cool. I
Her head is
wish
tomato.
it really is. No, but I
one
mean,
of my favorite characters.
yeah, no, she like. I feel like we would have been better off had we gotten like a Jiraiya series. You know, just like follow him around and like see what he's up to.
For so long. Like,
You know?
Lee and Jiraiya need their own spin-off series.
Yeah, no, Lee's got his own spin-off series.
Sucks
yeah,
to be
that
you.
was
Here's
nuts.
Naruto.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
he
like
did, but
I mean, like if I was the guy in charge of, you know, fucking Jump, I wouldn't do Boruto. I'd be like, fuck it, we gonna do Jiraiya. You know, we're gonna be like, this is how he's this is how he came up. This is, you know, how he trained his kids.
But
how
it
he
would
got.
literally just be a retread of Naruto, though.
But it would be better.
because it's Jiraiya. Yeah.
Yeah, like it'd just be way better in every single possible way.
But they wouldn't have laptops.
I'm okay with that.
I'm fine
I'm
with
okay
that.
with that. I'll sacrifice laptops and like communication bullshit for an actual good story.
And we see more of the Third Great Ninja War.
Yeah, like that's that's like the Dominion War in Star Trek. It's the thing everyone's like, "Oh, that's so cool! I want to see it," and they're like, "No, we ain't doing that."
Man, the Third Great Ninja War went on for something like 50 billion years.
Yeah, seriously, why the hell ain't we getting a series on that? Why we got to get Boruto?
It's funny when you think about a certain other thing that
Give me a
happens.
Gundam politics show about that.
Okay, yes.
Give me a Naruto show about the politics of the Third Great Ninja War.
Not written by Kishi though, right?
Did I just make the best anime of all time? No. No, I did not.
No, I mean as long as it's not written by Kishi.
It'll still be enjoyable. So.
I mean, it'd probably be better than Naruto.
And not written by the guy who's doing Boruto, who's just retreading.
Oh no, fuck that guy. No, but I mean, like, there wouldn't be as many eye hacks, and you know, it wouldn't be full of bullshit, and there'd be no Sasuke.
Oh, you've sold me. That's it. That's all you had to say.
There's no Sasuke.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Back of the box quote for every anime that's not Naruto ever. There's no Sasuke.
There's no Sasuke.
And like big bold letters.
No Sasuke. All right.
10 out of 10 does not contain Sasuke. Jeff Gertzman.
No. What's next week's episode? I'm just wondering.
I believe it goes back to the present. Doesn't it?
Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay, so we're going back to eye hacks.
No, we're going back to Jiraiya again, in the present.
Oh, we're doing that?
Aren't we?
Oh god, I hope so.
I think
To the
I don't know,
Wikipedia.
but I think so, based on what you guys have said before.
I hope it's that, because that's really good. Like, this is actually a properly good part of Naruto coming up then.
Yeah, this next upcoming part is so good.
Oh yeah. But then it gets ruined by eye hacks. Because, you know. Well, I mean, not it, but, you know, there's eye hacks after this.
Oh, there is just all eye hacks all the time.
Yeah. All right.
So, it's time to move on to One Piece.
Didn't we do One Piece already?
One
Man,
Piece.
this is One Punch Man.
One Piece, episode 362, Slash is dancing on the rooftop. Showdown, Zoro versus Ryuma.
We're the worst at this.
Uh huh.
This episode, that was...
This is like the third time I've watched this fight, and like this third time maybe the sixth time overall, and I've come to the conclusion it's not very good.
I think part of the problem is it moves so slow, whereas in the manga it's like a chapter and it's done.
Okay, so hold on. Next episode of Naruto Shippuden is Infiltrate the Village Hidden in the Rain.
Okay, that one's going to be good.
Yeah.
Back to your regularly scheduled One Piece.
Yeah, not like I think the problem is just that it feels so slow compared to like it's supposed to be like, oh, it's instantaneous and it's over, you know? And it feels like, no, this took a couple of minutes.
Well,
Yeah, I seem to have a memory of this episode. I thought it was better.
Yeah,
My memory,
like it should be better.
It wasn't as good as I remembered it.
Like I remember liking the chapter. I didn't like the episode.
Yeah, it's not really one of Zoro's best fights, but compared to other fights, this is like half an episode of fighting, so it's better than most One Piece fights we get in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a very strong rooftop, by the way. All those slashes dancing around.
They cut that shit in half.
Just laser beams, but yeah,
And Brooks got
okay
his shadow
fight.
back finally.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
and Zoro got a new sword.
Yes, that's the real victory here.
2 birds, 1 stone.
I thought Usopp was pretty funny in this episode, even though he had like just a brief scene.
I'm a picture.
Yeah.
Master of disguise. Besides that, the fighting was okay. It's like no really standout animation. It was just slash, dodge, slash, laser beam.
Yeah.
Our slashes are so powerful we can cause, destruction with just the air.
Yeah. Like, I think that was part of the problem is the animation. It didn't feel like weighty enough or quick enough or,
Yeah, that's kind of typical. Like, I've noticed that with sword fights in One Piece, at least when animated by Toei, they tend to be that way.
Well, I mean, there's been some good ones,
Yeah, there's good ones, but I'm thinking about the Kaku fight had a few moments where the animation was kind of like stiff.
Yeah, but it had some good moments too.
Mm-hmm.
I think my problem with
this fight didn't go on very long.
I think my problem with it was that it just nothing really interesting happened in this fight. It was just sort of, we saw them clash swords in an earlier episode, and then this whole the whole half of this episode was just that. And again, they were talking a little bit, but on the whole, it was just kind of like nothing really interesting happened, and then it was over.
The entire fight is basically they clash swords. Frankie and Brook react.
Yeah, no interesting move done, nothing
Frankie and Brook react.
Yeah, well, I mean, sort of like I said in the thread, it's like Oda's sort of limited in what Zoro can do in this fight because he can't take too much damage.
Yeah,
like considering what happens later, his fight has to be quick. He has to win it clean. He can't take very many hits at all. Otherwise,
in hindsight, you're kind of right about that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how it had to be for what comes later. But it doesn't really they still could have done a better job animating it.
We could say the same thing about a lot of Toei stuff, but
yeah, they just lazy.
Yeah.
So
Ian Sinclair's laughing as Brooke was hysterical, screaming as a girl and his it moves as I move, and that's what a shout's supposed to do, idiot. So
he hasn't had one for a while though.
Yeah, but still.
So for 50 years.
So Moria. Excuse me. I'm just so excited for part 4. I'm sorry. Moria.
Yes.
He's not even sitting down anymore. He's just laying on his.
No, he can't be bothered.
He's a bowling pin person.
He is.
This fight. I forgot how long this stuff with Luffy and Moria went on for.
If he didn't eat the shadow fruit, I'd be like, he ate the bowling pin fruit. And he's a bowling pin person. That's
He's
his
a-
power.
and
He's there now, though, right? He actually arrived finally.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
he's
So
finally in
yeah,
control,
Ors is
under the control.
Yeah,
dominant
no,
still.
he's Oars is under control finally. So, things are sort of gonna kick off a little bit more. Because everyone can finally, like there's one, well, no, Sanji's still got to do his fight. So there's like two threats left outside of Moria.
Well, Sanji's fight is over, so quote unquote over. But
Well, I mean, it's not over, we still got to kick him in the teeth.
well, a certain someone's gonna take care of that. But I don't want to go into spoilers.
Yeah, no, that honestly, a lot of people don't like it, but I'm like, that's a little funny,
Mm-hmm. I will say, after this batch of fights, the next episodes of Phillip Arc are gonna be really good. At least
Yeah.
from what I remember, they should be really good.
hmm
So there shouldn't be a bad episode. There shouldn't be a
For a
single bad
while.
episode.
Yeah,
Well, we have to
we're
get
gonna be
through the, Chopper and Robin versus Hogback, quote
Oh,
unquote,
right. I forgot
fight.
about that one.
Well,
Yeah, Chopper's
that
got to
episode's
kick his teeth in.
That's next, actually. I think that's the next episode.
All right, so we got that one. We got Sanji. And then everything goes to the end.
Yeah, then it's the main event time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually one of my favorite fights, the main event in this arc, because it's really just showing like
hmm
I don't want to spoil it, but it's like
Yeah.
a lot of people contribute to this upcoming fight. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
And the Straw Hat's ultimate secret technique.
That's enough. No more.
No,
It's
we gotta
the
go. We gotta go.
greatest.
We
We're done. We're done.
gotta shut this podcast off right
Shut
now.
it down.
We gotta shut it off
Enough hinting. The hinting
right
too
now.
far.
So thank you,
Right now.
Imperial Bishop.
You're welcome.
We're actually shutting it down right now. Thanks.
I ended it.
Shut it down, Bob.
Thank you, B-dubs.
We had to end sometime.
And C. Kohler.
No problem.
All right. We'll see you next week for episode 26. Good night.
Good night, everybody.